Hello, friends.
Hi.
Hi. But Taylor, I said hello. You're supposed to say hello back.
Hello.
I was-
Hi, friends.
How was y'all's week?
No, we're not doing.
Well,
I don't
guess
care.
what?
I don't.
You're gonna have to listen along to find out.
Yeah. Oh, God help us if this is the intro.
Welcome to another beautiful episode, everyone. I see we're all 100% today.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm the only one actually doing all right. I'm sitting here eating some ice cream.
You better knock on some goddamn wood. This shit's going around everywhere. Everyone's catching some kind of shit right now. It's absolutely crazy.
It's been going on for like a month now.
Yeah. Between Jade had something that I caught, and then she came home today feeling like shit again, and now you've
yeah.
been, and I still can't hear out of my left ear, and it's like, what the hell?
See, that's my
on?
secret. That's my secret. I stay sick.
You're so sick, bro.
So sick.
I'm so. What was that song? Flyleaf. Oh my god.
Flyleaf.
You remember that band? I haven't been able to listen to that band since that viral tweet went around where someone said she sounds like she's horny for Jesus.
Oh God.
Yeah. If you go back and look at those lyrics and find out they're a Christian band, it's like, what are we talking about here, y'all?
That just shifted my entire perspective. I don't like that.
You never heard
I've
that
never
before?
heard that. Never heard that.
What? Yeah, it was like some tweet like 5 or 6 years ago, some stuff, and she was saying something along the lines of why am I just finding out that Flyleaf was a Christian band? Is this girl horny for Jesus or something? It's like I forget the words, touch your lips behind my tongue. I don't know. I can't remember what the words are, but it's weird if you go back and listen.
Well, I think they were a Christian band, but they also sang about other stuff too. So I don't know that it's funny for the meme, but I don't know that lyric was actually Jesus said.
Yeah, I know she was kind of the lead singer there. I think her name was Cassie. She was a drug addict or something, and like she went to the church to change her life around. So I think she was like newly devoted. But
yeah,
still that tweet lives in my head rent free. I used to get down with Flyleaf. They were a very bass driven band, so I was into them. And
I remember when they came out, when that song dropped, you're like, holy shit, this is a girl doing these vocals? What? They were like, it just blew everybody's minds.
Very, very heavy in the Buzz 103.1 days, the local rock station.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Y'all excited for Last of Us coming out this week? I'm so stoked. Yeah,
Wait,
I haven't been
what?
inside.
That's this week?
Well,
This week,
Andrew, as recording, this comes out Monday.
Still,
that week.
Still, I thought it was
15th.
I thought it was further off.
Nah, man, it's next week.
Nope,
Dang.
it's this week coming up.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I haven't been this stoked for a show in a minute. It feels like it's going to give me everything I wanted The Walking Dead to be, in a way. Mm-hmm. Like the intensity, the craziness, and not just like, Carl, what are we doing? But
it is kind of similar in the fact that
right now.
Really,
what makes you because it's a video game show?
It's another video game adaptation. Like that's unfortunately Hollywood's tried to cash in on that countless times and have just butchered it. Like, hey, we know what we're doing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I'm gonna watch it and I'm excited for it, but I'm still hesitant. I feel like, I'm so excited.
No, I feel you. It being on HBO helps out a lot, knowing they can get away with a shit ton. Also,
I don't know. Have you seen the last few seasons of Game of Thrones?
I dropped out after like season 3. I couldn't get into it.
HBO got no trust.
I can't hold it against HBO for that though, because they wanted to throw money at those guys, and they were just like, "No, we have to stop now because we want to make Star Wars." It
but
wasn't even HBO's fault.
I can hold them accountable for this new freaking Scooby Doo show they got going on.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
Velma show.
That's true.
Oh yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that looks terrible.
No one's
even-
safe
even-
from my judgment.
Jade's the biggest Scooby Doo fan I know, and she's even like, "What the hell is this?" They're trying to cash in on the Harley Quinn fame. I bet. They're gonna
Yeah,
kinda
it
go
has
along
it has
the same-
kind of that vibe from what I've seen
Mhm.
of it, but just like a counterfeit version of it.
Yeah.
A counterfeit version of Harley Quinn or Scooby Doo.
Like
A little bit of both.
The feeling, the feeling that they're trying to go after for the Velma show, it feels like they're trying, like Taylor said, to chase after that kind of feeling. That whole, I hate using the word vibe, so I'm sitting over here trying to think of other words. But that vibe that the Harley Quinn show has, but it just doesn't feel organic. It just feels like, oh, this works. Let's think of another IP we own that we can.
There's
do
some
this.
edgy animation.
Oh, there's a lot
Yeah.
of creeps out there that are super attracted to Velma. Let's ride on that.
You know what animation didn't let down though? Freaking Puss in Boots.
Did we talk about this last week?
No. No, the new one. I haven't seen the new one. We just saw the new one. Top
Oh,
tier
you were
animation.
talking about seeing it. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I freaking cried. It was so good.
You cried during Puss
Yeah,
in
dude.
Boots too?
Yeah, Puss in Boots too, man. It's good stuff.
Jeez.
It's like dark. It's like wildly
Really?
Ben's
Yeah,
also a
it's
cat
him.
dad, so you know.
yeah,
I've
no.
never seen the first one, so
First one's
I'll have to
amazing.
go.
I stand by that. But the first one's good. It's funny, but the second one, the animation style is like elevated because it's been
Okay.
freaking 10 years, and it's
I've only
Puss in
seen-
Boots confronting his death, dude. He's at the end of his 9 lives. It's just like, whoa, this is like real.
Oh,
for kids,
shit.
Oh,
not
that's
kids,
kind of cool.
but- Yeah,
That's
That
kinda
is-
cool.
That's a little deep. Fuck. Yeah, I mean, let's face it. Shrek and all those spin-offs aren't made for children. They're made for
No.
the millennials that are parents now to give their kids something to watch and stuff. you know?
yeah, and I don't
So-
know if it's much of a spoiler, but at the end of the movie, they're like, let's go to another adventure and to see some old friends, and it pans over them like sailing to far, far away.
Aw.
So I'm hoping that means Shrek 5's coming,
Interesting.
and they're bringing that
DreamWorks would be
back.
dumb. DreamWorks would be dumb not to. I think I saw somewhere it says Mike Myers was down for another Shrek. Actually, I think I saw that he's down to do as many Shreks as long as people want him to be Shrek. Like people are
Yeah,
going to
they're-
come to see the movies.
They were supposed to be in number 5, but then COVID hit or something like that.
Yeah, that
we,
makes sense.
we already got new Shrek the musical.
James, if you
Mm,
3 weeks in a fucking row, if you bring up this goddamn Shrek the musical one more goddamn time,
I mean,
it's so bad.
it was organic. I'm looking for opportunities.
Whatever. I came across an interesting reel over the weekend. Or I guess it was a YouTube short, whatever. It was Matt Damon talking. He was doing like a stage interview in front of a crowd. And I had no idea he turned down the main role for Avatar back in 2009. Did y'all know that?
I did not.
So check this out. It's his biggest regret in his career, he says. James Cameron came to him, offered him the lead role that went to, what's his name, Sam Worthington?
Sam Worthington.
Yeah. James Cameron offered him 10% of the box office, which would equate to just under $300 million, which is, I forgot to look it up. I think like it beats the highest paid actor for a movie by like 200 million, 220 million. And
Good God.
he turned it down because he was in post-production for Bourne Ultimatum, and he just didn't have the time for it and everything. But I'm just like, holy shit. Like, you hear about like what's his name, Robert Downey Jr. getting paid $50 million to play Iron Man, and that's a lot of money. $300 million.
That's crazy.
Do y'all
That's a
think
lot.
the movie would have been better or worse?
No, not at all. It would have been the same thing.
Same exact thing. Yeah, that's what I figured too.
I kind
Sam
of feel
Worthington-
like I don't know. It's hard to say, honestly. I feel like it would have been slightly worse, personally, because I think Matt Damon's a good actor for like certain things.
Mhm.
But what's the dude's name again? Sam? What? You
Sam
said it
Worthington.
twice, and it already left my brain. Yeah. he has a certain type of voice and look that I feel like, I know that sounds weird, that Matt Damon doesn't have for
Mhm.
that type of role. It's this literally it's his trademark look that got him the role as the buff hero in Clash of the Titans and Wrath of the Titans
Mhm.
and some other movies like that. So I don't know. I mean, overall, it would have been the same basic movie, of course, but
It
I
could have
feel
been
like
worse just because it would have been hyped up because it's the fact that Matt Damon's doing it.
True.
I
yes,
think it would have been
yeah,
a bigger
that's a
letdown.
possibility. Apparently, Jake Gyllenhaal also turned it down.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Damn.
I was just looking it up real quick because there was another movie that I heard about Matt Damon once turning down the other day, and I'm trying to find what it was now. It was another huge one, but the first thing that popped up was saying, following in Matt Damon's footsteps, Jake Gyllenhaal too had had to turn down Jake Sully's role in Avatar when it was presented to him.
That's interesting. I didn't know about Jake Gyllenhaal. Also, that one, I don't think I would definitely like. Well, great. I'm not the biggest movie, the Avatar movie. But Jake Gyllenhaal, I would rather have Matt Damon over Jake Gyllenhaal. I think. But the character that's played by Sam Worthington, I forget their name. He's a very quiet guy. I don't know. It's like it just feels like it should be Sam Worthington's role. He's always that type of guy in all of his movies. He played the same guy in that terrible Terminator movie.
Yeah,
What was
kind
that?
of
Salvation.
reserved and yeah, Terminator
Hmm.
Salvation.
In Clash, he was very, the same, reserved and everything. I know they were trying to make him a big star back in the late 2000s there, but yeah, I just thought that was wild. Like over $250 million in his bank account after he pays probably all his fees and stuff. That's insane. I had to look up a couple other movies people turned down after. We all know Will Smith turned down Neo, right, for Matrix,
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
God.
so he could do Wild Wild West.
So what a trade up, man. That's the
I
funniest part of that story.
I didn't know. Also, he turned down playing Django in Django Unchained.
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
Huh.
apparently he turned it down because he wanted it to be more of a love story, uh, not a vengeance story. Basically, he was kind of wanting to paint. He said he wanted to paint a picture for as like a black man as more of a love story, not going out trying to just kill people and stuff. And Tarantino wasn't all about that. So that would have been a weird role there too. I don't think it would have worked as well.
I feel like it would have hurt the movie too if they went in that direction that he wanted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I agree with that. Another one I have: Liam Neeson turned down the Pierce Brosnan James Bond movies back in the '90s. I don't
Holy,
know,
okay, that paints an entirely different picture of what those movies would have been like. Holy crap.
right? Like, I want to see it, but I also don't because those movies are kind of nostalgic to me. They're like bad, good type
Yeah.
movies for me. But I'm just also picturing him on the video game. Imagine playing him on GoldenEye and shit. But no, that one I didn't know that one was
How
happening.
weird would it have been to have him in the role and he's just got this serious stern look like he always does in every role of his, but everything else is super campy like those movies are, and everybody else is cracking weird jokes and stuff, and he's just standing there like like
I mean, he's played some movies
He's
where
been in, yeah, he's been in some weird stuff.
nothing's coming to the top of my head right now, but I know he's played some roles that are just like, what are we doing here?
Where
Or like
is
roles you don't expect him to be in.
like I've seen him do stuff
Kroll?
before that.
That's what he
What?
was in. He was in
Which one?
Kroll. Kroll.
What is
I don't even know
that?
what that is.
Nah. Do yourselves a favor and go watch Kroll. It's a 1983 fantasy movie, and it's like freaking knights and shining armor, and then like laser guns.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Freaking Robbie Coltrane's in it too.
How do you pronounce it? Or how do you spell it?
Krull, like Krull. And the soundtrack slaps.
Okay. I will give that one a peek. That's a weird one. Shit, I lost train of thought off. You threw me off with that one. Knights with
Liam
laser
Neeson.
guns. Knights. Liam Neeson as a knight with laser beams. I love it. Um. Oh, Han Solo was originally Burt Reynolds' role.
Yeah,
Could you
I hate
imagine
that.
Could you imagine Burt Reynolds as Han Solo?
Hate
And
that.
then even better, next in line was Al Pacino.
Oh, I hate that for sure.
Are you talking to
No.
me? Italian accent in space.
Space Mafia. No.
Hey, I'll sit down with my hairy friend.
My hairy friend. Oh my god.
I think it's been talked about before. I guess they found Harrison Ford as a set designer or something, a carpenter, and they kind of just gave him the role. I don't know how the validity on that, but
That
here you
I've
go,
never heard.
Yeah. Here you go, Andrew. You're a big fan of the movie Gladiator. Originally was given to Mel Gibson.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't hate it. Because especially back then, Mel Gibson, before he went nutso, was in a lot of action movies.
Oh yeah, it was what,
And
2000? I think that movie came out. Like, I mean,
yeah, something like
Mel
that.
Gibson's height was the 90s, so it wasn't too far out. He said he was too old for the character, pretty much, so he turned
Gotcha.
it down.
I'm glad it didn't go to him, but I wouldn't hate seeing that version of it, as long as it was back then. Like, you know.
Any interest in the sequel coming out with his son? They just casted. I've never heard of the actor who casted as his son. Oh, you haven't heard the news?
What?
Ridley Scott.
Please say psych.
No,
Please say
Ridley Scott is back. They're doing a sequel. It's gonna be based off his son. What's his name? Lucius, I believe his son's name was.
Oh, Lucius is the son of Caesar.
Oh, well, someone's son is the main character. I thought it was.
I was about to be really mad because his son dies, and that's part of his motivation in the movie. He's murdered.
Well, you know, they casted someone the other day I never even heard of. It was like it came down to like Austin Butler and Timothy Chalamet and stuff like that. But yeah, they're making a sequel with Ridley Scott back directing. So I don't know what that means. I mean, Ridley Scott's came back with Aliens, and you know we know how that went.
Yeah, it could be good. I don't know. He's had such a rocky record the last decade now.
He makes some bangers, and he also makes some. Let's forget about that.
Yeah, let's just put that out of our brain. Yeah.
Y'all seen the Scream movies, or at least the first one?
I've seen parts of it. The first one.
What? You've only seen parts of it?
I've seen more spoofs of it than I have seen the actual.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's true.
The first one's really the only one you need to watch.
It really is. The only reason I keep watching them is because like they're like low key making fun of themselves in the movie. And
I was gonna say I've heard that it's like funny.
It's meta commentary horror. It's
it's almost not fourth wall
breaking. Like the whole last one was them basically like I can't even remember the plot anymore because everyone just dies. But
it was the boyfriend, whatever.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, it's like, how would you have even known? It's not to the horror tropes, and ha ha ha. And I'm like, all right, well, I mean, it's still fun, but
they're fun to try to guess who the hell the killer is the whole time. But yeah, after the first one, they went straight downhill. The first one's you got to watch the first one, in my opinion. But Drew Barrymore turned down the role as the main character, Sydney, who went on to be in every single one of them. But Drew Barrymore did take the role as the girl who dies like first 5 minutes of the movie, which is so funny because she's literally the one that's on the main cover of the movies. So I remember watching it the first time. I was like, why did she die? Is she coming back? I don't think so. She's being hung by a tree. Yeah, it's just some roles out there that's crazy. Ben, have you watched The Menu?
I have watched The Menu.
What'd you think of it?
Hold on. I have to say my signature thing. I haven't seen it yet, but I do want to see it though.
It's on my list.
It's on my list.
I feel like The Menu was made for service industry people. What do you think about it?
Was it made for them? No.
No?
No, it was not made for service industry people. It was I mean, service industry people were taken into account. I mean, Dominique Crenn, who runs Atelier Crenn out in, I think it's San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's wherever Emily actually staged. I can't remember the actual place, but she looked over or what do you call it, like
Yeah.
governed the menu itself. So it's like it's got like actual service
Industry people in it.
industry feels. If you've worked back a house, it's more so that like
Yeah.
the top tier restaurants and like whatever one strives to be and like what you want to go to. Like when you start and you're all like bright-eyed, bushy-tailed and you want to be in like, oh, I want to go work at a restaurant. That's kind of
Yeah.
they capture a lot of it really well.
I'm kind
I
of
think-
confused as to what it is. Like,
Don't no. You just watch it.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's if
There
if
is
you say
no-
if I give you one sentence about it, it's almost going to give the whole movie away. It's just you just
Um,
got to watch it.
Think
Hmm.
think of have you ever seen Chef's Table on Netflix?
No.
Okay, well then you wouldn't understand. It's an hour and a half long episode of Chef's Table
Mhm.
with shenanigans.
And what's
Okay.
what's his name? What's his name that plays Voldemort? He kills it.
Ralph
I love
Fiennes.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
But
Rafe
it's just-
Fiennes, yeah.
That I just did not know what to expect going into the movie. I thought it was like going to turn into one of those like, you're on this island and we're going to eat you, like we're going to kill you, we're going to hunt you down and stuff. But it's totally not what that is. But you know, you'll highly recommend that movie. I enjoyed it. There's some people calling it like the best movie they ever watched. I don't know about that. Definitely not about that. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. And that cheeseburger he makes in the movie rivals the grilled cheese from the movie Chef, in my opinion. I wanted both of those damn sandwiches so bad.
Yeah, I mean, the general like synopsis without like spoilers per
Mhm.
se is basically like a chef who has done everything he can to get his way to the top and has like lost all passion for the actual craft he does.
Yeah.
And so you watch him kind of unravel.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And then,
Definitely
yeah.
highly recommend. It's on
It's-
HBO
it's-
Max.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And it's more of like a character piece rather than just like a action movie
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. Like it's all conversations and acting, and it's really good.
It's there's a and I enjoyed like the twist that came with it too, like stuff you're like, oh, what? I was questioning things the whole time, and then it came to revelation. I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense now. And
Yeah.
and it's pretty graphic, so be careful who you watch it with out there. Just letting y'all know.
Nice.
No, I highly recommend it. I was curious to know what you were going to say about it because you're really the only person I know in the industry right now. You and Emily.
Yeah,
So.
we absolutely loved it. Yeah, I don't know about best movie ever, but definitely
Yeah,
like one of the most enjoyable watches I've had in a while.
No, I feel
And-
you.
Do either of you know what you would pick if someone asked you what's the best movie ever?
What's the best movie ever?
Like in your like if it was from your perspective, if someone just said, "Hey, what's the best movie?" Like in your
It
mind,
it
do you
always
even have an answer?
no, because it always changes. It depends because
Is it best
as-
movie that we've seen or best movie ever made? Period. You gotta respect the movie that was made, even if you don't like it.
It's more. I would say more from your perspective. I guess. What's your favorite movie? Like number one favorite movie?
like as pretentious as this sounds, art is changing, and it depends on the mood and what headspace I'm in when I'm watching it. Because I mean, honestly, Puss in Boots: Last Wish is my favorite movie by far right now. A freaking tiny little orange cat fighting death. Like I was like, man,
I'm-
I feel like this is
I'm
what a great
so
movie.
glad I asked. I'm so glad I asked.
But like last year, it's like, oh, like Batman. Oh my god, this is so good. Like this is top tier superhero. And then like The Northman came out, and then I was like, oh my god, look at this. And I was, yeah, I don't
wouldn't.
know.
Yeah, I wouldn't have an answer. I don't have an answer for that question.
The-
I was
the
just curious if you guys had anything that stood out.
The first movie that popped in my head, and it's nowhere near the best movie ever made, but it's probably the
Mhm.
one I hold nearest and dearest to my heart that I'll watch every time. And we've discussed on this pod before is Twister. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just.
I'll
Yeah,
watch
that
Twister,
sounds-
no doubt. No problem with that.
It's a desert island movie. 5 movies you can bring movie for me. So, no, I agree with you. What about you, Andrew? You didn't answer.
Yeah, I don't have an answer. That's why I asked. I was like,
Well,
"Oh,
what's the
could
first?
you even ask this or answer
What's
this?"
the first movie that pops in your head when that question gets asked? What do you think?
Easily, I have like 5 that pop in my head. I can't
Well,
narrow it down.
let's hear them.
Okay.
Easily 5.
Okay.
Come on.
Let's see. Let's now I actually have to pick out 5. Let's see. Inception.
He's nervous.
Secret Life of Walter Mitty. The Gladiator. Just Gladiator. Of course, now I'm blanking.
you got Secret
Whatever.
Life of
I got
that
3
high,
out there.
right?
Yeah, I love that movie.
Damn. Okay.
What movie?
Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I always find it funny how just how obsessive, not obsessive these days, but just like some of my favorite go-to movie experiences, as cliche as it sounds, is always centered around, these days less so, but the past decade, like superhero stuff.
Mhm.
But none of it makes my top 5 if I have to sit down and.
Yeah, same. I was in my head
It's
while
like,
we were discussing
yeah.
this. Like, I love Infinity War so much, but I'm not
Mhm.
even putting it in my top 5 movies of all time. You know?
Yeah, because it's just for fun. It's just, I don't know. I feel
Honestly,
like there's more that goes into what your favorite movie is rather than only how fun it is to you.
I'd have if it was a top 5, it would basically be everything Edgar Wright does. Like he would just dominate the top.
Oh,
5.
okay. Okay.
True.
Yeah.
True that.
Hot Fuzz, even World's End. Nobody liked World's End. I love World's End.
I've never seen that one. I've seen Hot
It's-
Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead so many damn times. I never saw World's End.
It was different. It's not as like slapsticky funny, but it's
Mhm.
also like the end of the trilogy, and it's them all getting older and like fighting for the good old days, and it's just like this is like a feel good like. And then freaking Last Night in Soho, what a great movie. And Scott
I love
Pilgrim.
Hot Fuzz. You showed me that one. Oh,
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim. That's another great one as well.
Yeah, his directing style and storytelling is very, very
Oh, I
nice.
never saw Last Night in Soho. I wanted to see that one.
I think it's on HBO. It is
Some
great.
Some actors in that one.
Some Anya Taylor-Joy in there. Oh, no.
Ooh, that girl looked fine in the menu. That's all I gotta say. No, I get down with all those. Interstellar is another one of those I could throw on a bunch, but now we're just naming Nolan movies pretty much.
I would pick that over
Yeah, the
Inception for sure.
And see, the only
Inception-
reason I didn't pick
Inception didn't grab me.
Inception, or no, the only reason I didn't pick Interstellar is just because of its length. I love the weird sci-fi ishness of Inception while it also being a shoot 'em up movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the character stuff going on in it with Leo's character. I mean, obviously Inception. Oh my god, I keep getting it mixed up. Interstellar.
They ain't far apart.
Yeah, obviously Interstellar is a masterpiece too. That one actually might be up in my top 5. That sounds super basic. Oh, you got 2 Nolan movies in top 5? Oh,
I mean,
white guy.
You say that, but the only comic book movie I would throw in my top 5 is one of the Batman Nolan movies.
That's true.
I mean, he just makes beautiful ass movies. Shit,
he does.
But that's cool. All those.
And see, he's just as pretentious as I am because I shoot film, and he still shoots his movies on film. So
you hear that, people? Film
There you
talks
go.
back in 2023. We thought we left it behind. Here it comes.
Story.
I'm sending some in tomorrow. 3 rolls on the way.
3 rolls. Nice.
Hell
No,
yeah,
everyone,
dude.
I remember people were like, "Yeah, stop talking about movies so much and film." And here we are talking about film and movies. But oh well, they can get over it. Y'all want to play a little game? It's not really a game. We're gonna play a game of this or that. How about that?
You want to play a game? Well, it's not really a game. All right, we're gonna play. All right.
Yeah,
No,
sure.
I was inspired over some Twitter feud I saw the other day of people trying to say if Green Arrow or Hawkeye was the better of the Archers, and so I decided I created a little list of this or that, and just spark a little conversation. We could start off too. Green Arrow, Hawkeye. Do you have a preference?
I prefer Hawkeye. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I like them both. But if I had to say which one was better, I would probably say Hawkeye because he has something, a tick or whatever in him that makes him literally not be able to miss a shot. That's his whole deal. It's not just skill. He just cannot miss a shot.
It's not an island boy learning how to play.
Yeah, Hawkeye is definitely better. Green Arrow is just Batman with a bow.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And I will say, while his show totally ripped off Batman the entire time.
They wanted a Batman on CW so bad they just used him as Batman.
His comic book counterpart, him in the comics, is so much better because he's kind of
100%.
He's more like Hawkeye. He's really quippy and stuff. So
no, I enjoy him in the comic books and the animated shows and stuff, but his live action show just kind of always ruined Green Arrow for me.
Yeah.
Let's keep it. Pixar or DreamWorks?
Pixar. No, I mean,
you can't. All right,
if we're going to like
no Puss in Boots or Shrek movies ever again. Which one you picking?
No, if you're going with immediateness, but like also Pixar hasn't been good since like 2012. Like ever since Disney bought them out. Like Pixar has the staples.
Bought them out in the 90s.
Okay, a long time ago then. I never knew that until like 5 years ago. I was like, what the fuck is this Disney Pixar shit? Like Wall-E
hasn't been good, really.
I feel the last 3 or 4 movies they've come out with have been misses for me.
Soul
was great. So boring.
What? Soul was beautiful.
God. No, the last one I liked was Inside Out. That was pretty good. Soul, I was
Incredibles
just like
2?
No. Their sequels haven't really been all that great.
I'll agree. Lightyear was pretty bad.
Lightyear was.
I didn't see that.
I just
Lightyear
wasn't
was
hyped
just.
for it.
It was. I was actually very hyped for it, and they just kind of, nah.
It kind of came.
I didn't
and
even see
gone.
it.
I didn't even go see it. No, same.
But I mean, as far as like,
Turning Red was
Toy
bad.
Stories
Luca was bad.
1 through 3 are good. The 4th one was enjoyable, but it was like forgettable.
Kind of unnecessary.
Luca was really good. Luca was really good.
I loved Luca.
See,
which actually technically wasn't Pixar.
Yeah, and I was going to say like that's not a Pixar movie.
Yeah, it is.
It was branded. No, it was branded solely as Disney. Pixar wasn't involved.
I'm looking at a list of Pixar movies that's on there.
I don't know.
No, it's a Pixar movie.
But I freaking love Luca. Low stakes story about friendship.
I just felt like it was a very
nice,
bare bone, like, I don't know, they're just throwing a movie out. Like, there's no creativity with it. I don't know. I was kind of bored with it.
No creativity.
What the fuck?
No,
Dude,
it's just it felt like the same
people
story.
assimilating into human
it's
life.
A damn merman.
Jay and I watched it. It was just we weren't into it at all. Like we were kind of bored with it.
The last 5 minutes was a fucking gut wrencher. I was like, oh my
god, dude!
He's just like,
I
don't
actually
remember
cried
the
in
ending.
Luca.
Oh yeah,
that's what you got to finish it.
I know. I watched it. I don't remember.
Oh, I thought you said you never finished it.
No, we watched it. I just don't. I remember a Vespa. That's it. I can't tell you. Whatever. I don't know. Onward was all right. I feel like I want to like it more than what it really was.
Oh, Onward was great.
Onward was amazing.
That was another cry fest. You know, Ben, you're kind of arguing against yourself right now.
Yeah, right. What have they done? Banger.
The last few. What are the last?
The last 3 were Lightyear, Turning Red. That sucked. And Luca. Turning Red sucked. That was boring.
No. Oh my god, dude. You are.
I wasn't interested.
Incorrect. It was not. It was not amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But it was definitely enjoyable. Like it took me. It sounds like a very weird thing to say, but it's okay. I guess Luca was Pixar. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I know. All right.
Okay. I lied. All of these Pixars are bangers. Okay. So Turning Red. when I saw the trailer, it was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, what's the word for it?
Red Panda.
No, it's the whole thing Disney's doing right now, where it's like we got to
A big old floofer.
and incorporate
Big old
everything,
floofer.
and everyone is. It's whatever their like messaging is right now, and I was like, all right,
Yeah.
it's kind of
Inclusivity.
Inclusivity. Yeah.
yeah, like the forced agenda kind of thing, and that's what
Mhm.
the trailer gave off for me. But then I watched the movie, I was like, oh, this
Okay.
movie's great. Luca, fantastic. Shut up, Taylor, you're wrong. Soul, boring.
I would say it was bad.
When I saw, I think that's what happened. Is
You're wrong.
I saw Soul and then Toy Story 4 and Incredibles 2, and I was not happy with any of those. Onward was
I liked Incredibles too.
I liked it, but I wasn't like it wasn't. I don't know. It didn't live up to it.
Onward, is that what you're saying?
Onward came out, but that was when they did the digital release. Like it wasn't even like a theater. I think that's why.
Oh yeah, it came out
It's
right
not-
at COVID started. Yeah.
But that was really good. But no, freaking Coco, dude.
Coco
Oh,
slaps.
Coco.
amazing.
Coco slaps. I think
Co- oh
Pixar
my
is Pixar is definitely they
then
have
you
way
had
more than DreamWorks.
The Good
But they- if-
Dinosaur,
alright,
yeah.
Finding Dory, Cars 3. Those were all just like
Yeah.
Monsters University
Well,
crap.
I would say whoa, Monsters University still was good.
Yeah.
I love Monsters University. All right. Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, and How to Train Your Dragon are probably the top 3 over at DreamWorks. Toy Story,
Yeah.
Monsters Inc., and Cars, I guess, is your top 3. Like
Finding
franchi-
Nemo.
No,
Well,
Cars is not-
franchise, yeah, Cars.
No.
Yeah. Which one you taking? Which side?
I'm between those 3 on each side.
Yeah. Like if you can only watch 3, like those 3.
Again, if we're watching like bangers,
I don't know.
It's Pixar, but Pixar would not be Cars. I want to say overall DreamWorks wins because you've got freaking Ants, The Road to El Dorado, Chicken Run,
Ants is DreamWorks?
the Shrek series, Madagascar. I'm sorry. Even though the movie was kind of meh, they brought out the freaking penguins of Madagascar, and that is amazing. That is amazing.
I totally blinked. Prince of Egypt was also part of.
Yeah,
DreamWorks.
How to Train Your Dragon, Puss in Boots, Rise of the Guardians is DreamWorks.
Oh, Rise of
Um,
the Guardians.
But they also got like some of the worst DreamWorks movies. I'd rather watch the worst Pixar movies over.
But
Like, they got
that's
some
what I'm
bad-
saying is
Yeah.
DreamWorks puts out a lot, and you have to sift through it. But there is still some really good stuff. But Pixar, like, I would say 75 to 80% of the time is just always a solid.
Yeah. I would
Alright.
say I'd say DreamWorks is a roller coaster. You got extreme highs, extreme lows, and then Pixar is just kind of a little stroll through the hills. It varies a little bit, but it's pretty, you know.
I wasn't expecting us to go so hard on each one of these.
I know.
Yeah, I wanted conversation. I got conversation. So I think Pixar is the winner here. It's
Yeah,
closer than
Pixar's
we
the winner.
think it is, but it's still Pixar.
Yeah.
All right, let me go on. Chipotle. All right. Compare these two. Like
Moe's.
no. It's not
Okay.
both. We're going by value here and
All right.
what it's
Adobo.
done for you in your life. Chipotle or Taco Bell?
Taco Bell.
I mean, catering to the poor skater scene kid from PSL, Taco Bell, but I enjoy Chipotle more than Taco Bell. So,
That's what I'm saying. Like, at what point? What's more important to you? That Taco Bell back in the day, Chipotle
Yeah.
present?
You know what? I'm still gonna go Taco Bell because the amount of times that I've driven to a Chipotle and gotten out of the car to go get a burrito, I can count on one hand in the last like 10 years. So
Oh yeah, no, I'm opposite there.
Yeah.
I'm going Chipotle because I actually never was on the Taco Bell hype back in the day. I actually kind of got into Taco Bell last couple years, and that's all. I only get a Crunchwrap Supreme. That's the only thing I ever get, basically. So
But I don't know. You know what? I'm actually gonna go Chipotle on this one. Weirdly, because
they're right
When
next
I
to each
think
other.
about-
You can only walk to one. Which one you going in?
Taco Bell.
if I'm walking and I can only go to one and they're right next to each other, Chipotle all day because it tastes better and it doesn't, try to burn a hole in my esophagus while I'm trying to sleep all night.
I mean, it might give you diarrhea, but so will Taco Bell.
You're not getting the right sauces if it's not doing that for you.
Ben goes to Taco Bell purely to destroy his esophagus. That's the only reason.
No, Chipotle, dude. You get the freaking Chipotle branded hot sauce, whatever that stuff is.
I'm not a hot sauce guy, so
Well,
yeah,
that's
I'm
why
not
you're
hot
wrong.
sauce. The old acid reflex kicks in too hard for me.
yeah.
I'm getting old. Next one. Oh, here we go. Height of Instagram or height of MySpace?
MySpace.
I want to lean
This is
MySpace too.
This is a
it
hard
might be
one for me, honestly.
purely nostalgia. Instagram
I would say
there was a good
yeah.
2-3 year stretch where Instagram was pretty fun. Or
If
was
we're
good, I
talking,
guess you could say.
yeah, if we're talking height of I didn't join Instagram at the height of Instagram, and at the
we
height
joined at the same time, and it was like 2010. I remember because you're my first
Yeah, but then
post
I
was you
didn't
at
end up-
Walmart.
yeah, but then I didn't end up using my account for like a year or something like that. I had to make a new one.
You've only made 100 cents.
Yeah, no big deal. Literally every idea we've ever had has had an Instagram for it. I'd still say probably MySpace though, just because of the sheer amount of things you could do with it.
Yeah.
The music angle. And
It was an actual
the way
social
you could-
network.
Yeah, it was actually social, and you could the amount of customization, the amount of expression that you could.
We were all
have
coding
on
back
that
in
platform.
the day.
Yeah,
No, I'll go with that. MySpace all day.
yeah.
I feel like this one's going to be an obvious answer for all of us, except Ben and I are going to be on one side. Andrew, I don't know where you're going to fall. I think you might. Xbox or PlayStation? And I'm PlayStation.
Right now?
I never grew up on Xbox.
Right now, PlayStation, purely because of their exclusive titles, having nothing to do with hardware or country of origin or anything. Just
Yeah, if we
exclusive.
were asking between like overall, it's a different story. But like PlayStation-
History of gaming.
I mean,
It's
PlayStation would be it.
Yeah,
Really? I
Yeah.
thought you were an Xbox player.
I was, but that was only because you look at the two different. Like this is what I used to tell people when I worked at GameStop. Was like, what do you want to play? Do you have a bunch of friends that are playing games? Go Xbox
Yeah.
because that has the better supported social internet inclusivity and all that jazz. And then PlayStation was, oh, you want to play all of the freaking top tier games and everything labor of love and solo
Mhm.
with a sprinkle of multiplayer, go PlayStation. And now PlayStation, like at least the network is fine. I don't know. I don't really play either of them anymore, but
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Yeah,
would
I'd
be
say it's about up to
all day.
par by now.
Huh.
Now their approach to gaming now is completely different. Before they were competitors, and now they're almost in entirely different spaces.
Yeah.
Because, because Xbox is a lot more focused on online, and they're less focused on putting out exclusives, and more interested in buying up other studios to attain their IPs.
Yeah.
Like third party studios, whereas PlayStation is like, let's just make as many high quality gaming experiences as possible that are more geared to the individual player, which is more my style. I like playing some online stuff, but I like storytelling over everything. It's why I love the movies and the shows I like. It's why I love reading books. If I can play a game,
Enjoy the ride.
yeah, and I like being a part of it. Like it's like watching a movie or reading a book or something that you are actively a part of,
Yeah.
which I love. So I would definitely lean into PlayStation on that side.
Okay.
I lose Halo by doing that, and I do
See-
love Halo, even despite its issues it's had in the last few years.
Halo hasn't been good since Reach, so
Yeah, no, it's definitely had a lot of issues, but that's the only standout exclusive on Xbox's side that makes me just barely kind of hesitate a little bit, but I still say PlayStation.
See, Ben, I thought you were going to go Xbox. In my head, you were that quintessential Halo, Mountain Dew, cheesy finger Cheeto player back in like when you were 12 years old.
again,
I thought that's what.
I was.
Old Cheeto fingers.
Yeah, I was, but I mean, I also like I don't have anyone to play Xbox with anymore, so there's no reason to have one. Like I would rather come home and play Ghost of Tsushima or Friggin' whatever else, God of War, and my other entire collection I
Spider-Man.
still haven't played through. So
Horizon series, God of War, all that stuff.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. If you were to put a PS5 or Xbox, whatever they are on, in front of me right now, I'd pick the PS5 all day.
I'm just picturing that quintessential youth group kid with an Xbox right now. Like, hey man, you want to come over to my house on Friday? We can listen to POD and drink Code Red.
Play some Halo.
Play some Halo, yeah.
Mom's ordering pizza. Yes.
Yeah, literally sounds like a perfect night.
Take me back. The controller's all sticky and orange and shit, and it's just disgusting. Yeah, sitting on the floor. Here we go. This one's a little oddly specific, but I feel like if I had said a different number, it would have been an obvious choice. Above 70 degrees or below 32 degrees?
Oh.
Now, if I said 80, I'm automatically going to 32, but something about a nice 74 on a clear day is pretty freaking nice.
This one's hard to me because the sweet spot is in between those two.
Yeah. 50s is the best.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oof.
Below 32.
I know I would get sick of both of them. So
while I'm not tired of the cold yet, I'm tired of having to throw layers of clothes on to walk my damn dog 2 to 3 times a day, every goddamn time. So I am going 70 degrees.
32. I can start a fire in my house. I can turn up the heat and friggin'.
Oh yeah, same. But
yep, I'm good. 32.
Having to go in and out all day, it just gets old.
Oh.
I'll go out there in a hoodie and
that's why you get
shorts
cats.
and freeze my ass off. Yeah, well, someone's allergic to it in my house.
Yeah, I'm allergic to them deathly. So,
We
I don't know, dude. I don't even know how to approach this one because, you know what? I'm gonna go completely against my character here and say 70 or higher, just because you could have those good days where it's an even 70 degrees. That's decent at least.
That was a winter's day in Florida growing up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice out. It's below 75.
Break out the Uggs.
Get the winter coat. Big Mac or Whopper?
Whopper.
If it's only between those two sandwiches, a Whopper.
Yeah. I used to be Whoppers, but
if you're asking between McDonald's and Burger King, McDonald's for sure.
For sure.
Gotcha.
Which is weird because back in the day I would have gone Burger King all day, but
Burger King has fallen down.
Big time.
Trash.
I tried one of their chicken nuggets for like the first time, I think like a month or two ago, and I thought I was eating cardboard. No wonder why they're like 10 for $1. It was just I remember them things being pretty goddamn good. But no, I'm actually team Big Mac. I've always liked a good Big Mac, but
too many pickles.
I actually take the pickles off.
The pickles are in the sauce. You can't.
Well, I take the big pickles off.
He sits there with a pair of tweezers and takes every little bit of pickle out of the sauce.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Anything
for you, Beyonce?
This is the last. Sorry. This is the last one I have. It's kind of basic. Would you rather take a road trip to your destination or fly there, get it done with?
Fly there.
It really just depends on the destination for me.
You have the time to get there whenever you want to, and it's a drive across country. You've never done it before. You flying or driving?
If you're not on time constraints, I'm driving because I want to see everything in between. I want to see everything there is to see.
I think it's hard to. I think as I gotten older and I've driven across country now, 4 or 5 times. I think I'm flying now. I'm kind of tired of it.
Yep.
Like if it's the same thing over and over, like if I've been there 1,000 times, then yeah. But if it's somewhere new and I don't have any time constraints,
if I have time, I'm sorry, I thought you were done. I'm
just saying I'll drive.
If I have time and the route allows me to, I'm taking a train out of all 3 of them. If y'all haven't taken the train ride, highly recommend it on Amtrak. Highly.
I've always wanted to,
dude. When I came back from North Dakota, I took the train all the way to Florida and. Man, they have like observation decks where you're on the top of the train. They're 2 floors, and you're on the top, and you're literally sitting like in a lounge with a bubble. And dude, we were driving through valleys along rivers, and it was like orange trees, fall time, and everything like that. and it's like, they got the clouds on the mountain and a little fog on the water and everything. And I'm sitting there drinking a coffee and stuff. I was like, this is freaking amazing. Granted, it took me 3.5 days to get to Florida on that damn train, but I enjoyed it the whole way.
That sounds fun though.
All the seating's like first class seating on the airplane, so it's like you got chargers and shit. It's quite nice. You can even get like beds and shit on those things. It's pretty crazy.
Hell yeah, beds and shit.
Hell yeah. Get laid on. No, okay, well, I'm not going any far.
Okay.
Do y'all have any that popped in y'all's head? This or that? You don't have to think of one.
Yeah,
right
here's
now.
one. Here's one.
Okay.
Greta Thunberg or Andrew Tate? Where are we falling, guys?
Christ.
I feel bad for Andrew Tate. I'm just
Shut the
kidding. I'm just
fuck
kidding.
up. That's the world's biggest douchebag. Oh man, yeah, he got.
I thought about coming on here after that happened and just be like, guys, I really feel bad for Andrew Tate.
My hero's gone.
Just see
So bad, so bad. Oh, Andrew, how was Alabama? Forgot you went out there to cousin loving country.
Wow. Okay. I mean, okay, yeah, but
I lived in
that
Alabama
threw me
for a
off
while.
because Landon has actual cousins there. So no, no, it was fun. It was good. Relaxing. I would say relaxing, but honestly, it wasn't that relaxing because I was working almost the whole time.
You need to stop
And-
working so much. What's wrong with you?
I love how sarcastic that sounds because I don't actually work that much. It's only, it's not full time. Well, now it is. But anyways, I noticed a billboard when I was driving through Alabama the last couple times that we've gone. And I always was like, oh, I need to look this up. So I did. And there's a place in Talladega County in Alabama where you can go, you can play. What is happening right now? Oh, okay. Landon just walked up and opened the door.
You heard you talking
can-
shit. All right, it's on me.
What'd you say about my cousins? No, you can go and you can play paintball, run around, look at some army vehicles, or you could drive a freaking howitzer tank.
What?
You can
Can you
drive
shoot
a
it?
tank. I mean, no, but
No.
it's like
There's
it's
some
like
places you can shoot tanks.
it's like $300, and you can drive it's like a 1 lap thing. You can drive a half mile. You can pay more if you want to drive it longer, or you could also add on a whole ass car to drive over and crush.
Hell yeah. You need to do that next time. Shit, if
Yeah,
we all go to damn Furnace Fest next year, we're stopping by for that damn shit.
It's not far from Birmingham. It really isn't. But I just thought that was kind of wild because there's a billboard off the side of the road that just says "Drive a tank" with an exclamation point. And I'm like, what?
That's
That's it.
That's so
And,
Alabama.
Yeah. And it's got like a phone number on it. So I looked it up, and yeah. And apparently there's actually a couple places in the country where you can do that.
Oh, I
You
know
can
there's
do it in Vegas.
Yeah, I was about to say Vegas. I know you can do it there.
Yeah, but they have like 4 or 5 different tanks on the property that you can pay to drive, and I just thought that was kind of wild because
Hell
it's
yeah.
not something you really hear about.
There's a place in Vegas that you can drive like tractors, like not like dozers and stuff like that, pulling
Yeah.
dirt and stuff and everything. And I watched this garbage ass show on Discovery Channel called Gold Rush. And Jade
Yes,
makes
I know the show.
Jade makes fun of me all the time for watching it. And all they're doing is digging dirt. I'm like, oh man, I just want to ride in one of those tractors and dig some shit and everything. She was like, you know what, honey? If we go get married in Vegas, that'd be my wedding gift for you. And you can actually like crush cars there and everything. I'm like, that literally
I'm
sounds
just
amazing.
thinking. I'm just thinking about the fact that I'm thinking about that against other stuff that I know you like to watch. This man will just watch YouTube
I watch
for
garbage.
hours and hours.
I watch garbage.
and Gold Rush, where he just, hell yeah, I can't wait to watch people sit down, relax, and watch people dig in dirt.
I'm an open book.
hours.
I watch everything. Jesus. Sorry, I don't close the door on.
Do you watch? Do you watch Alaskan Truck Drivers or whatever it's called?
I watched an episode of it. It wasn't for me. I'm selective on those garbage shows. I'm into the.
Some of those shows have a kind of an underground, not an underground following, but they have like a niche group of.
Oh, it's the only people
watchers,
keeping those
specific
shows
people.
on.
Yeah.
No, I was very interested in the Gold Rush show because they have people on the show are from here, like 20 minutes south of where I live and stuff. So I don't know. I get into it. I like the American
Oh,
dream.
really?
I like getting rich. I mean, I'm the gambling man, so it piqued my interest. But yeah, I'm all about the smashing of the cars. Well, I am out of stuff to talk about. Ben, you feel like shit. I gotta go to work. I think we're just gonna cut it a little early. Get the hell out of here this week. How do y'all feel about that?
Yeah.
I feel
I'm
things.
here.
You feel things. You're here.
I finished my ice
I've
cream
been fighting
like
a damn-
40 minutes ago, so
I've been fighting a damn
I'm
migraine
checked
for the last,
out.
like 10 minutes. Freaking, I haven't been able to eat anything, so I'm just like
It's-
chilling.
Ben's fighting demons over there.
Fighting what?
Fighting
So,
demons.
You were fighting demons.
No, dude. Nothing worse than being
Alright.
sick on your
Well-
freaking only days off. You know what I mean? And then like 3 times in a row now. Like the entire weekend I'm sick and I'll go back to work tomorrow and I'll be like, oh, this sucks. I am better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like y'all
It's
have been
been a month
sick
now.
for like ever now, and I don't know if it's.
I can tell you it was the week of Christmas or after Christmas, and I found out that your dang son ripped my ear hole with one of his plastic swords. Like I
Oof.
got home and it was like all like tender. I was like, what the heck? And then that like streamlined me into
Oh,
going, oh, my body doesn't feel good. And then I was fine. And then the next week I had what I thought was strep throat. I think it still is or was. And then last week, I couldn't sleep at all. I was up for 48 hours straight. And then this week, I've got this stomach issue. I'm like, either I'm dying or there's some friggin' gnarly stuff going around.
So blame it all on Andrew
It all
having a
started
kid.
with Landon hitting
Back
me in
to
the
this,
Yeah.
Andrew. You shouldn't have had a kid.
air. All started with him.
Life went downhill.
Don't let him
I mean,
fool
it was
you. This
also
man
my
was
fault for
playing hard
antagonizing him.
with Landon. You get him going, and it's game over.
Same with Jackson. I like to roughhouse with him, but that boy will go too hard sometimes, and I only have myself to blame for getting that riled up. He reminds me of a damn Strider when he used to get riled up, just going absolutely ape shit. Your old dog.
Strider, that dumbass dog. I swear.
Hope old boy's doing good.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Let's get out of here. Y'all learn anything new this week?
Taylor doesn't like Luca, which I knew, but
Taylor doesn't like
I'm
good
still
things.
angry about it.
So you didn't learn anything new. Good thing
Yeah,
you don't like
it's-
Soul.
That's
What?
not a good thing. That's a mid.
You prefer Taco Bell over Chipotle. What are we talking about here?
Maybe I'm targeting the wrong person right now.
I finally watched Andor though. That's one thing I learned this week. 2 episodes in, y'all. Hopefully it gets better.
Oh my Jesus, hell, my God! That's you haven't watched Andor then.
I'm working on it. All right, y'all hear the music. We're getting out of here before Ben dies. There he is. He's dying
Ben.
right now.
Oh my God!
Everybody say toodles.
Soul dude.
Toodles.
Toodleage.